So let's take you over there now.
All
So we've
right.
got two tables here, and for now we'll be focusing on table one, which has Rohan as north. Um,
Okay.
so uh,
Perfect.
so north south from WashU and east west from UC Santa Barbara.
Okay. All right. So looks like a how many points is that? A 17 count?
It's, uh,
It's a good 17 count.
absolutely, it seems like a normal one spade there, and we'll see what approach. I would expect a 2/1 from WashU, and so a two diamond response seems indicated.
hmm And the question is how high they go because it is a very good 17 count. I imagine that opposite, if South bid a forcing 1-0 trump, as North, would you probably bid a three clubs with that hand?
It's pretty
Or do you think?
close. I mean, it
Mhm.
depends. So I think somewhat on how light you respond one no. A lot of pairs these days will respond on almost anything, particularly if
Yep.
they don't have a spade fit. Um,
hmm
so it's uh, but I think I would probably go low with two clubs. How about you?
Okay. It again, like I said, depends on who I'm playing with. And if I'm going into a partnership undiscussed, I might go with the three clubs, but I would definitely be feeling on the fence about it.
Certainly no problems with the three club bid after two diamonds, and
Yep.
that's duplicated at both tables, unsurprisingly.
Mhm. Yep. Are any of the I know WashU plays everyone plays 2 or 1. I think there are some UCSB pairs who do play some more fancier stuff, right? Like
Absolutely.
there's at least one precision pair.
Yeah, UCSB historically has had people playing precision. I know they have some other players who play even more exotic things. I'm not sure if any of
Mhm.
them are playing tonight or if their partnerships tonight are playing anything like that. It appears at least the north south pair is playing standard methods. We'll have to see about
Okay.
their east west.
So similar auction so far, and table two was quick to North quickly passed Reno Trump. Of course, Rohan might be in the tank trying to figure out if he wants to go higher. He makes an invite for sure. He makes an invite, of course,
Yeah,
and we'll have to see how it goes from there.
he does have extras, so I don't hate that.
Mhm.
And
Of course, 600 Trump is a no play hand with you missing both the red aces.
certainly, but anything less than that uh, looks pretty all right.
What do they have? They have five spades. They could get four. They could pick up four clubs if they get it right and go for the finesse and not the drop. Um, of course, the other table made a club lead, so that's going to make it easier for picking up four clubs. Um,
Yeah,
table two, the question is just how many over tricks they make.
right. So I like. So back at table one, I like Henry's pass of 4-0 in the south position. I think there's just not quite enough there, but it's and again a club lead, and again no difficulties. I would imagine.
hmm What are your thoughts on the club lead?
Um, seems as good a shot as any. I mean, I with the West hand, I'm not expecting to beat 4-0, because with 4-0 they have extras, and looking at your hand, there's no reason to believe that anything will go wrong for them. Um,
hmm
so that does argue a bit against a club lead. If that reveals a position, maybe you want to go for something like a spade lead that figures to not give up so much. But if you're just playing for over tricks.
Right. So it looks like the other table tried making a claim. The claim does look good, so I imagine they're just gonna lose this hard, and the spades are good. They have the top part and they have two diamond tricks
Yep. Yeah, you can. Yeah.
and a club.
No, no problems there.
Okay.
So now board two, and there could be quite a bit of bidding on this one.
Oh right. Yep.
South might
I've
bid.
seen the WashU players. They overbid a lot. They're known. They're called overbidders on this for a reason. And South has a what is that? An 8 card suit? Yes.
Yeah. The UCSB players, I think you meant to say. Um,
What did I say?
oh, you said the WashU players, but yeah, you're quite right
Right.
that UCSB are the overbidders anonymous, and
Hmm.
there's certainly merits to a 3 club call from South, even with uh, few high clubs, but an awful lot of them.
One more than wished. One more, and a void in the opponent's suit, which seems to look good. Of course, North is happy to let them play in hearts if they end up playing hearts, which I highly doubt would be the case. Four clubs.
4 clubs, okay.
Nope. South goes one higher. This could go for a number, a very big number actually. They would lose what, two diamonds, two clubs, at least, and two spades, and that's just off the top.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't
Eight
see if there's
hundred
anything
is
else beyond that.
yeah, I think just that 800, but that's still pretty significant. Opposite, just I think just making 4 spades. Um, but West just bids 4 spades, and it seems
That
like
should buy the contract, I
that.
imagine.
Yeah, that should buy it, and don't think there's much to touch it.
What's five diamonds?
Oh my.
It's not a Q bid. East is a minimum. I really do not like this bid at all in the slightest.
Perhaps East thought that 4 spades was kickback for hearts, and is
Oh,
making a kickback response of 2 without the queen.
oh no! Just like that, yep, you hit it perfectly. This is gonna get ugly now.
Yeah, this is
Does five
not
spades have play?
not after yeah, 5 spades certainly has play. Yeah. Um,
If they don't play the heart, that is.
well, even if they do, I don't think there's any touching it. I think you
Right.
can just draw trumps, set up heart for a diamond pitch, and then take the finesse.
Okay, five hearts is probably I don't know. Five hearts. I assume that West probably took
Oh
that took the
no.
five diamonds as I don't have spades, and five diamonds was a choice of two suits. So West, what took this as a pass or correct kind of situation. East should bid five
Yeah.
spades over here, 100%.
Well, North's double might actually
I'm
bail
hoping for
out
their sake.
East West.
Indeed.
Um,
Wow.
or
And an
not.
instant pass from West.
Well, the having a way to play 4 spades after you've bid hearts when you play kickback has been the subject of much discussion on bridge winners recently.
Hmm.
As people following the alleged cheating scandal that's currently being discussed there will know. So I'm definitely not a fan of having 4 spades as kickback there. And
Indeed.
so East West will pay the price for not being on the same page there.
Hmm.
Um, so do you want to hop over to the first table or see how big a number North South can collect?
I'm intrigued about this, so I'm gonna watch this for a bit.
Sounds
Shouldn't
good.
be picked back. And like you said, East does make good comment. Um, all right, never mind. Twitch chat cannot see the tables. I cannot see the chat, I think. But
The way it's set
like
up now.
19 says, sorry, go on.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. The way it's set up now, the chat from table one is visible, but the chat from table two is not.
Okay, so in the chat and the table chat for table two, like 19, who is East, mentioned, "You're right, shouldn't be kickback. I thought it was at first, and my mind is not faster than my bidding right now." Either way, this is gonna look ugly. I'm gonna look at the other table for my sanity. Um, so we're seeing some variance now in the bidding. South elected for a much more, in my opinion, reasonable three clubs,
I can't fault three
and
clubs.
and West elected for a double instead of going for three spades, which I think is interesting.
It does keep 3-0 live, but I don't
Mhm.
I don't see any reason not to get that 6 card spade suit off your chest. The three spades seems like a good description
Yeah.
of the hand to me.
Mhm.
Um,
I don't think West is really looking to play 3-0 Trump that often with just King. Like, if partner doesn't have spade support for you, I don't think 3-0 Trump is often a winner over here. In which case, you might want to often revert to four hearts. And you're okay playing four hearts, I think. The King of Clubs is probably going to be a trick. And then most of your other cards are pretty high. And Queen Doubleton of Trump is maybe good enough that you're happy playing four for major, be it hearts or spades. So I don't really care that I'm not showing my stopper for 3 no Trump, if that makes sense. All right. Cyrus, you there?
um, Certainly a normal lead, and doesn't seem like there should be much trouble in wrapping up 9 tricks.
Indeed. They should get six spades. They will. They'll get six spades at least. They'll probably get two diamonds and two clubs at least. 10 tricks. Um, it looks like 10 tricks at least to me. Maybe 11 if they're really lucky.
So Declare does have
They,
some decisions, right?
mhm.
So I'm not sure I would have started with the ace. I might prefer to try to cross to dummy and then play spade to the king and then spade to the jack, uh, playing
Right.
the preemptor's partner for spade length. But
Mhm.
in this case, it's quite equivalent, and now we've got those 9 top tricks and play for a couple
Yep.
more.
I
But
was also going to mention that for the first trick, I think I want to win with the king of clubs. I want to save the ace of clubs later for an entry if I need to, if I want to attempt the diamond hook, or if I want to get back to cash a heart. Like there seem to be enough entries to West Hand, but limited to East Hand at least.
that's true. Well, it looks like at the other table, East West managed to hold the damage from 5 hearts doubled to 800.
Possible? What? How?
That's a good question. But they did. uh, I mean,
See how? I'm I'm not gonna spend too much time thinking about it, but that's well done to them. That's down three is good bridge, like they say.
well, the good Trump intermediates uh, helped. At least your long hearts are over the even longer hearts of North.
Oh, that's a fair point. So meanwhile, East has a bid two clubs over here. As East, I think I just prefer to bid 3 no Trump and call it over there. You're 4 3 3. You're a regular 15 count. I can't see not wanting to play 3 no Trump over here.
Yeah, 3-0 looks pretty good. Maybe just concerned about missing slam with a really control heavy hand, but it is 4 3 3. So,
Yeah,
but if partner has like a big minors hand, then slam might be good.
yeah. But they could also always continue after 3 no Trump if they have that kind of hand.
Maybe, but with like king queen jack fifth of diamonds, king queen jack fourth of clubs, uh, something like that. Six figures to be decent.
That's a fair point.
But
And yeah, that would be a 12 count. Yeah, I guess with the control heavy hand, maybe 2 clubs, it's not too bad. It is 7 controls after all.
yeah, it's always a trade off. Perhaps it's right to bid 3-0 at match points, but explore a little more at imps.
Mm-hmm. All right, this is Imps. I've been playing match points for a long time. I need to start thinking Imps.
Ugh, gross.
What is gross?
Match points.
Oh,
I'm
right,
sorry you've
yeah.
been having to do that so much.
Mostly all these regionals, the NAOBC, all those events which have been happening recently.
Right.
Like the last time I've had to do a team match was outside of training was probably, I mean, the last time I had to do an actual team match that had some level of implication was probably the NAOBC, and that feels like it's been a long year. It feels like a long time ago. So board three, we start with 3 passes. West chose not to open their 12 count, is which is interesting to me.
It's a mediocre 12 count. And you are second seat vulnerable.
Hmm.
But still not what you expect from many juniors. So
Absolutely.
that's a I guess confirmation as well that the other UCSB pair is also playing 2/1.
Okay. Interesting. So how's the play happened so far? Looks like it was a spade lead, and then a spade lead which was won by the queen, and then a club which was just passed down and won by the queen of clubs. I imagine the player was trying to go for a double hook. Well, if Declare was trying to go for a double hook, I think Declare should have just won the trick in West End and then continued from there. So they have a puppet auction to 3 no Trump. South is probably
That's
going to
normal.
pass over here. Probably need a spade, I imagine, similar to the other table. And the only thing left to be seen is how many tricks do both tables take.
Yep, it's another easy 3-0. Looks like so. Lots of those so far.
It looks like at the second table, I imagine Declare is just going to try to cash out for 9 tricks, hoping that somehow they get more than one club, but that's probably not going to happen as long as South chooses to keep a club.
Right.
Chose South holds onto both clubs, correction. Um, South isn't really squeezed over here. South can safely pitch spades.
Mm-hmm.
South can, and also 9 of hearts is not really a winner. So I expect South to get this correct.
Hmm.
Wait, oof, South pitched a club just now. South was hoping that East would go for feeling club finesse, and then could cash two spades. Because at the end of the day, you're trying to set it down,
That's a good point. But
and it's gonna be two over tricks, but it's whatever. That's just 60 points, so maybe two imps or so. Probably
mhm.
it's gonna cost. That's it.
The other table is going right after knocking out the diamond ace, which is
Mhm.
certainly also a normal play.
North has a lot of clubs. Liking to go with three clubs with that hand. It's Wall's second seat, so I think I slightly prefer three clubs over a one club opening over here because it
Yeah,
is a very, very good hand for a preempt, but also you're Wall's second.
absolutely. Yeah, that's a vulnerable second seat club, a three club opening.
I think non-Wall I might go for a one club opening, but I don't mind it either way. Does three clubs buy the contract here? Do you think West might come in with the double?
It's a max passed hand with shortness and clubs and support for all the other suits.
Hmm.
That seems like a reasonable double to me.
Hmm.
How about you?
I think yeah, I think I would go for a double. It's like you said, it's good. It's four card support for spades. Queen Jack third is also really good for hearts. So I feel like doubling is the winning play, especially if East has a better hand over here.
Uh, Three clubs looks to make here. Normal lead of a top heart, but Declare has seven clubs and the ace of spades and can get another trick in potentially both spades and diamonds.
Cyrus, in the mainstream, you can see you
Yeah.
looking up
Yep.
audio.
It's been fixed. Don't worry.
Okay. Yeah, I usually have another tab open for that. Um,
Um, so
so
yeah.
we have a similar spot in board three at the other table, but South likes to hold on to two clubs, and they'll only be getting nine tricks, which is still a contract making, but it's going to be a few imps for Washington University. And I missed what happened at the second table, but looks like they managed to pick up nine tricks, so very well done to them.
Yep. They got the king of diamonds, but no second spade. But that was enough to
Mhm.
make
So what was
three
that? That was
clubs.
seven clubs, a diamond, and a spade.
That's correct.
Okay. I wonder what Rohan elects to do with this kind of hand.
Yeah, it would not be too shocking to see the same auction duplicated, or to see it end up in Three Hearts East.
The South passed with the 6-4 in the minors, third seed unfavorable at table two.
Hmm.
Looks to go with the one club opening. That's fine.
Looks like they might be able to make five clubs.
They lose the diamond, and a spade, yep.
And they're in a decent shape to find it now.
Oh, is going to make sure East West do not find their 4-4 spade fit.
They do have a 5-3 heart fit in reserve, though.
Mhm. That they do, but how would four spades play over here? Um, King, Queen, 10 of diamonds is on side, which is cute. They lose a club. They lose. Oh, I think it goes down. They
and
lose at least two hearts.
and a heart ruff potentially.
Mhm.
So yeah, yeah, four hearts doesn't look quite good enough.
I don't like three diamonds as a bit. I feel like that's showing a stronger hand than this actually is.
I tend to agree with that. It might buy it though.
I don't think East should pass three diamonds though, because East is a really good hand. Well, the King of Clubs is kind of wasted, but
I mean, the hand is starting to
it,
look like it fits less with partner. Like your spades aren't looking great, your diamonds aren't amazing, and you have already shown a little bit of values with your two heart free bid.
would three diamonds be forcing though? I
No,
think it might be.
it depends on partnership agreement.
Mhm.
So if North hadn't, sorry, if so, a new suit over forced bid over takeout double isn't forcing, but over a free bid, some people play that it is, some that it isn't.
Right. Interesting. North never got a chance to show the monstrous club support for South, and so they're gonna miss on what is a 6-5 fit, five clubs. Of course, speaking of the diamond suit, is gonna be tricky over here.
It is.
And I think because I already made an error by playing low over here, I think you want to win that hand in East and then try to like maybe play it, maybe try to finesse the 10 of diamonds. But I think you want to play diamonds from East hand towards West hand, and um,
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of winning the first trick in West hand in general.
Yeah, it doesn't look like there's much reason to do that.
Meanwhile, the other table, three clubs also bought the contract there, West electing to pass. And the lead is a spade, which is picked up by the ace.
Yeah, so
And
yeah, East cashed two hearts and then played a spade. So Declare does kind of have to depend on the diamond finesse now, but of course that'll be
okay,
coming in.
I imagine Rohan might be looking to play two clubs and in South and then attempt it. It's now or never. And Rohan is probably going to attempt this. West is probably going to play something low over here. There's no reason to go up with the ace.
Taking a little time for it though, so Rohan really should have no problem. Not that he has any other option.
Hmm. So, meanwhile, at table two, after winning the 10 of diamonds, South elects to go for the hearts and looks looks to be most likely securing the heart draw
Yeah, so
if North continues with another heart.
and that heart ruff would be the fifth trick for the defense, and well, sixth even after if the club gets cashed.
The fourth trick.
Well, but the diamonds are guaranteed fifth.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah,
Right. I was talking about so far, but
yes,
yep, that's gonna be six tricks for the defense in total.
yep. So not quite that 600 that they could have gotten, but they did go plus. And Rohan's going to get that push on board four.
Very nice. So now board six at table two. Um,
Quick pass from
Looks like
East,
South might come in with one heart.
right? And depending on style, West might double that. Not sure I would vulnerable, but
Yeah, I'd let it
WashU's
go.
pretty. WashU can be aggressive in these situations, so
Oh, can they? Huh. And one spade might buy the contract over here. South, I think I would pass one spade. I don't really have anything to do over here. Oh, never mind. North's not a pass stand.
no. uh, One no passed out looks like a normal continuation at this point.
North might elect to check back to two diamonds if that's something they do. King, Queen, 10, 5th is really nice.
It is at the
And
end.
two diamonds is a fantastic contract here. We'll wait to see what they do. Meanwhile, at the other table, board five, Washington University has the chance for a huge pickup over here. Um, so South elected to pass third seed, and West decided to open it up with a diamond. And we're going to see where they go from here. I imagine West might make a support double of two clubs. That's something they do.
Mm-hmm.
And the question is then, what does Rohan do over here with what is essentially a max?
It really is, and not opening one club gave South the choice to the chance to show that he actually has club length, not just um, three or more. He's got five, probably six. So Rohan might get excited now.
The diamond singleton is also fantastic. And of course, it all depends. Like over here, it's really good that South has a singleton spade, and that what do you call it, the King of Hearts is on side, which might not be the most obvious thing from the bidding, given that he's decided to show a heart. Of course, West did support double, but
And open.
and open,
But yeah, the lack of
correct.
spade wastage is really big. I like
Hmm.
four clubs. I don't think that, we'll see if they get to five clubs. I wouldn't expect it, but uh,
Maybe if East decides to bid four hearts and pushes them to five clubs, but I probably more likely see them playing four hearts double if that's the case.
mm-hmm. Well, how about four clubs doubled? Might that be
I
in the picture?
don't see that being an option.
Probably not, but
If West decides to double here, I think East has a 100% four hearts bid, maybe four spades. If a double would show four spades, then four spades is also an option for East. But East cannot pass a double over here. Okay.
I mean, four. Yeah, four of anything seems reasonable. Uh,
Hmm.
Probably four of a major, more than four diamonds, just to get that game bonus. Uh,
Indeed.
so as we talked about earlier, this should go down. Maybe North will find a double. Maybe not. South is thinking maybe this will push South to five clubs, like you suggested earlier. It's not really the
Hmm.
vulnerability where you'd expect that, but
Right. And also North is looking to crack four hearts, I think.
possibly, yeah. If Rohan knew that the King of Hearts run is right, he'd uh, there's probably a good chance he would. It's not so appealing here, but we'll see.
North could also maybe consider going to five clubs because if he's worried about um Like I'm trying to figure out what this most likely means from like what inferences are you making from Rohan's seed over here? He likes to let it go.
So this should be down one, could be down two. I think depending on how trumps are played, and on board six at the second table, one no made, as we expected.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and it looks like we've got Texas to a quite icy four hearts. Don't think there'll be much to
Ooh.
talk about at that table for the next couple minutes.
Yeah, just three losers. Boom, nothing over there. On to the next. Maybe if they decide to go for a four spade sack for talking, but which is actually a very good sack as it turns out. Is it? Actually, let me think about that. They lose diamond, diamond, diamond rough. That's three. Spade four. Hard five. Down two.
Not that. That is indeed a good sack.
They didn't find the four spade sack.
Nope. Yeah, Declare has I think one chance to make five here. Maybe sneak a diamond to the jack before the spade gets knocked out, but that's about it.
Cute.
So back over in four hearts, spade lead, which I like. Get that singleton on the table. See if you can score your own trump
Mm-hmm.
trick.
And Rohan discouraging pretty high.
Certainly.
Well,
Low to the king is not the answer on this one.
ooh, like you said, they did pick up the over trick at table two.
Well, much
Diamond to the
easier when
jack.
yeah, yeah, much easier when West just leads the diamond,
Oh, that's what happened.
which
Okay.
is certainly a normal lead, as opposed to leading a trump or from king jack or ace queen.
And now board two is just zooming ahead. I mean, table two, excuse me.
They are. Uh, Table one is uh, not as slow as I've seen them before, but
Hmm.
uh, still taking their time.
Indeed. So Rohan decided to give a diamond back, but also might have given away the diamond position to declare while doing that. Not that, of course, it's gonna matter most likely.
Right.
So Rohan needs to play. So Rohan needs to play a club right now, and then South needs to cash the king of diamonds and then give a diamond rough, and that's the only way to beat it too.
Correct. We've got some key
Oh, we have
card.
a slam alert
We do.
at the other table.
That's a not.
Diamond Eight just boom.
They can absolutely do that. And North might even get a spade out in the wash.
Ooh. How would six no trump have played? Six no trump by East would have been a good contract, I think.
A good contract if you can pick up the spades. I think is well the spades and the clubs. Yeah.
Is there anything else you can really do with the clubs? You're missing Jack at 8-7.
So yeah. I think you need three. You need to pick up spades, and you need three clubs, or diamond ace on side with the shorter clubs.
Mm.
Is about how that shapes up. So not a great contract.
Right.
Better chances than six spades west, though.
Mm-hmm.
Henry's thinking about whether to win the king of clubs with the ace of clubs in four hearts. Not sure why that's a problem.
So the only thing left to play for in this hand is who has the queen of spades and what is his trump situation. Beyond that, there really isn't a way for a declarer to lose a trick over here.
Certainly.
So I'm gonna focus on table one meanwhile.
And yep, Henry won
There's
that ace of clubs. Is gonna cash that king of diamonds, and once he
once
sees
Rowan decides what to pitch.
yeah, should get that down to and another push in the books. Yeah, East West on board 8 might have erred by playing Slam off key card and the Queen of Trumps, but at least there's consolation that even if they'd stopped in 5, they would be down 1.
Mm-hmm. They missed a queen, I'm assuming.
They did. Yeah, played the
Okay.
king in the and then yeah.
And meanwhile, table one, they're making a claim for down two, so that's a push.
We got another club preempt. There's been a lot of those today.
Ooh, is it a good one this time? Yeah, that seems like I don't think anyone can argue that that is an opener. So I'm
That
gonna call that a three clubs.
looks pretty textbook to me.
And the question is, who decides to get funky over here? Oh, it's South for sure.
I,
Um,
I like 3 hearts, but that's not looking like a winning call on this layout.
yeah, North kind of just has to go back to four clubs. Like North cannot bet 3-0 with that hand. North cannot raise to four hearts because he's void. So
Right.
goes back to four clubs, and then I imagine the question is for South. Um, I don't think South's looking for 3-0 Trump over here unless because you only have one card support for clubs. So it looks like four hearts is probably the place to be from South's perspective, and that 3-0 really isn't an option. And the question is, what does South do after four clubs over here? It was an instant four clubs too, no hesitation over there.
Yeah, perhaps not the best tempo, but I don't know if it changes much here.
Mm-hmm. I remember playing with Santosh a while ago in one of the team matches where we had a similar bidding start, except Santosh preempted three diamonds. And I was sitting with like a really good 17 count, some not this a very good 17 or 16 count with like six hearts. I chose to bid three hearts, and Santosh elected to go for four diamonds again, instantaneous. And I was like, I have no idea what Santosh is raising four hearts with. Like, does he is he denying three card support? Could he have two card support? Could he have one card support? Then I figured, you know what? Maybe Santosh is going to probably bid four diamonds with what do you call it, two card support. So I'm just going to bid four hearts and hope it's a winning play because I've already come this far. And it turns out Santosh tried a gambling 3 Trump, and I was like, well, I guess that's what a three diamonds is for Santosh now. And thankfully it made because of a mislead on the by the opponents. But that's a hand which that's a hand which this auction reminded me of. Of course, four hearts is not a winning play by South over here at all.
No. Yeah, 4 clubs. doesn't figure to be amazing, but it's the heart lead's not too bad. Declares chances.
Jack of Hearts lead is really intriguing. Like, this is actually going to be really helpful for Declare because Declare is going to be able to get two pitches on these. And if I'm Declare, I'm probably pitching a. Actually, I can save that for later. I don't have to do that now, right? Going for the finesse immediately. Okay.
Oh no, yeah. Now that spade can get pitched. Club losers can be held to
Upper club
one.
over here. I would not
Ooh.
play a heart over here. Like, I think after pitching the spade, I think you could just draw trumps and. Well, I guess he might not be getting there anymore from his perspective because he doesn't know the ace of diamonds is his own side. This heart is an interesting play. Chooses to ruff with the seven. Okay. So, looks like it's going to be down one, losing to the ace of diamonds and probably nothing else.
Indeed. Not too bad.
Mm-hmm. So the other table also passed 1-0 Trump meanwhile. Table one, that is. I'm surprised no one elected to play two diamonds with what I thought was a fantastic hand for two diamonds. It looks like Declare is probably a favorite to make over here. Well, they have the ace of hearts, of
Yep.
course, and they might try playing a spade after that.
South has a big one on board 10. Looks like a.
How big are we talking? That is pretty big. Um,
Uh,
that
yeah.
one, two, somewhere around four losers, maybe 3 to 4 losers.
Looks like a normal two clubs. And six diamonds would make, except for that stiff club facing the ace. And six hearts the same.
Mhm. Now, how would they like to go to bid this end? I'm wondering. So two diamonds is showing 0 to 7.
So depending on style, South might bid two hearts or two no. What would you prefer?
This end, I think, let's see, how many points is it? 10, 15, 18, 22. Um, I'm trying to think about that. I think I might go with two hearts for this end, personally. I don't think Juno is a bad bid, though, that being said. It's just that I want to have a chance to bid two hearts and then bid three clubs with this hand in particular because, like, you have no wasted high card points, if that makes sense. Like, there are no isolated jacks, no isolated queens, that which makes me want to think if this hand is better than a tuner trump. I'm not sure if my evaluation or analysis is correct though in that regard, and whether KNB agrees with me in that. What would you do,
We can check
Cyrus?
that. The hearts are pretty outstanding. Um, bidding two hearts and keeping it low seems perfectly reasonable.
And I also want to point out that of the one, two, three, four, five spot cards you have, only one of them is lower than the nine. Three diamonds shows diamonds. Is there any way North can decide to continue over here? It's gonna take a lot, in my opinion.
Yeah, over 3 no. I think North is pretty done. South sort of figures
And
to have this kind of shape of hand.
Trump run into any problems because the diamonds aren't running. Because you only have one entry to. You can only overtake the Queen of Diamonds or one of your second diamond, to get to North's End,
That's a
with
good point.
North's End kind of
Mhm.
being the exact opposite of South's. On a spade lead, I think this goes through. This might have some trouble.
Well, I mean, you do have 9 top tricks.
Five, six, seven, eight. Well, yeah, good point. Never mind.
But you're not getting a lot more.
Hmm.
So WashU picked up an over trick on board 6 in that 1 no at both tables.
Yeah,
Um,
they got an extra spade, I think.
mhm. So it's an 11 imp match now. Wouldn't be surprised to see 7 be a push also.
Yep. The diamond lead two. If South sticks in the jack, then
There it
that'd
is.
be it.
Yep.
Now, as long as South West elects to hold on to four diamonds, then there is no way for getting over tricks over here.
That's right.
And I think West can work that out. Oh, some more tricks are coming in. West made an error play of pitching a diamond, and now declares going to get up to 11 tricks.
Maybe even 12 if East doesn't keep a spade.
Hmm. I think it's kind of marked over here.
It is.
There hasn't been a claim yet. Maybe Rohan's just greedy and trying for over tricks, but this just looks like you're not going to get any tricks. Your spots are atrocious. Just claim your 11 and go.
Yeah, that could have been claimed a bit ago. All right, well, moment of truth for that last over trick.
Nope.
All right, good
Um, they did well. East did well.
indeed. Well, the table is making good time. It's been less than an hour since the match started, and they're at about 5.5 minutes aboard.
Very nice. That is only a bit. That's only a bit shy of speedball. So the speedball. No, 5.5 minutes per board. Okay. That's a bit slower, but it's not too far off, which I can respect. North might elect to show hearts over here, possibly both majors, depending on how much North values their spades. But I'm not a fan of it particularly. That I might just show single suited hearts if that's an option.
Yeah, depending on what methods North South play, we could see a double, or 2 clubs, or 2 diamonds, or 2 hearts.
Two spades.
That seems unlikely, but I'm I'm sure there are some methods out there where 2 spades shows the majors. There's methods over 1 no that show everything.
So fun story time. So back in my first event, which was the collegiate event in 2018, and mind, this was when I had barely learned how to bid on my own. It's like to the point that I did not know you can transfer with 5 card majors. That I thought you had to like needed values for doing that. Opposite of one of trunk opener. So I was playing in the collegiate. This is my first event. I'm really excited. I don't know what I'm doing, and Kelvin, who's my partner for this event for GTD, we says, "Why don't we play Capoletti?" And I mean, over at Wonder Trump, and I'm like, what is Capoletti? I've never heard of that word before. Then he's like, okay, so you just spit that. Okay, so two clubs is single suited, double is this, minor. And of course, I did not bother checking this with any other source because I'm like, why would he make that up? So I'm like, so I believe him instantly. And now we end up playing against Northwestern in one of our first matches. Probably, I think the first match I'm playing.
Sure. I think you
Um,
dropped for a second after saying the two clubs was the majors. So I think the gist might have been
okay,
lost,
so
unfortunately.
okay,
That
so two diamonds, and of course, two diamonds was both majors.
mhm.
Two clubs was one major.
Right.
Um, and here's the catch. He tells me that two hearts is spades and a minor, and two spades is hearts and a minor.
Ah.
And of course, I didn't bother verifying this with anyone else because I'm like, why would he be making that up? And and so we go. This our first match, or at least the first match which I'm playing. This is versus Northwestern University, and I'm playing versus Sarik and Kyle. And of course, I we have no idea how to defend versus their very weird agreements. I can't think of a better word to describe it. It's just weird, but it's effective. But and in the very first hand, it goes 1-0 Trump by, I think Kyle opens 1-0 Trump on my right, and I bid I think two spades, which in my mind is showing hearts and clubs. And my partner did not alert this, and I did not know these bits had to be alerted because why would I know that? And so and Sarika's over here sitting with a monster six spade suit, just doubles it, and then very silently, without any interaction, he goes 2-0 Trump. Kyle doubles, three clubs by me, double by Sarik, all pass. I make 10 tricks over here for some reason, which I don't even remember the hand. And immediately the director gets called, and I'm just pissing my pants over here because I'm like, what did I do wrong? I didn't do anything wrong. And then Kelvin comes in and says, well, we were playing Capoletti, which shows hearts in a minor, and Kyle loses it at this point because he's like, you know that spades in a, because he just says outright, you know that spades in a minor, right? I'm just like trying to avoid their death stares. I mean, like it wasn't really death stares, but I'm just trying to like avoid talking anymore at this point because I have no idea what's happening. And eventually, a bunch of talking happens, and then the director looks for agreements and then says, "Yep, spades was hearts in a minor," but of course this was unalerted. So then, after much commotion, this ended up becoming 3-0 Trump by them making. But that was one of my first memories of playing actual competitive bridge, where spades showed hearts and hearts showed spades. And during that story, of course, I failed to see what North elected to do. What did North do?
Um, let them play 3-0. That appears to be what North has done.
Mm-hmm.
But North bid two clubs showing a single suit.
Okay, so
Yes.
they're playing the Capoletti too, of
They
course.
are. Well, I don't know if they're playing your Capoletti or the more typical
They're
Capoletti.
playing the actual regular one, yes. And fun fact, that was the last event in which I've used any version of the Capoletti, and it's now a convention which I've grown to test very strongly for multiple reasons, which I'll not get into right now. Um, anyway, how does Trino Trump fare over here now? Kind of just. Oh, the hearts are just running at this point. Does North know that? I mean, there's no way to like, as long as North doesn't exist fade over here, there's really nothing over here to do.
I mean, no matter what, there's as long as it's not ace of diamonds and a spade, it's pretty much.
Well, there is a defense where they could technically make it, which is exit a spade, West plays a diamond, and then North realizes, wait, what if West has the queen? What if West has Queen X of hearts, plays the low heart,
Mm.
and then South wins it, and it's forced to exit a diamond. I don't think that's gonna happen. And sure enough,
Santosh in chat points out that if the 2018 Summer NABC had been held anywhere but Atlanta, we would not have had three teams, and we would not have been able to enjoy uh, that story of Capoletti gone wrong. Well, more wrong than usual.
More wrong than usual. That is the description which I like to have for Capoletti. But yeah, that being Atlanta was really great. Didn't have to travel anywhere, and we didn't have to worry about travel packages or anything like that. Throwback to one of our teammates who managed to oversleep, and that was probably the most tragic event for our team. I think we ended up with 9 victory points after 12 rounds or so. I mean, and it was short, and it was just because like we were people who barely knew how to bid, and these were versus people who've been training for like multiple years now at this point. Um, and the one win we got was actually disqualified because one of the GT White players subbed in for us because our one of our players who actually was staying in the hotel, which was won by a travel package, overslept the match, and that was just one of the more, for the lack of a better word, tilting, for the lack of a better word, tilting experiences. But water under the bridge, of course. Um,
Well, we've got some excitement here on board 8. So you'll remember at the WashU got to 6 spades, and
mhm.
that did not fare well. Here, East did ask for the queen and learned that it was missing. So they're able to stop in 5, and on a heart lead, um, they're not dead yet.
They won't be, right? Um, as long as they don't lose to the Queen of Spades immediately. So, because they can afford to pitch a diamond on the club.
Absolutely.
So, I imagine the way this might go is they might play 2 rounds of spades, king ace, and seeing that it doesn't drop, maybe play to catch the ace of hearts, ruff a heart, and then sorry, play heart to the ace, club back to the queen, ruff a heart, and then ace king of clubs pitching a diamond, and
Yeah,
then they have 11 tricks.
yeah, just run clubs at that point.
Mm-hmm. Oh right, would they actually have 12 tricks at that point?
Well, presumably after, uh, yeah, yeah, I believe they would actually. Yeah, since the last diamond would get pitched by the time North could rough in, so
Right.
no diamonds would be forthcoming.
Ooh, one hard pass past the table too. Meanwhile, and that did by the contract. I'm frankly amazed.
Likewise.
I figured I mean like East could have opted a bit of spade over here if depending on how cheeky
Ooh,
they're willing to get at these colors.
the back in 5 spades in the high value
Uh-oh.
contract. Yep, that spade just got run around to the queen, and
Wait, but South Showdown, why would he play the 10?
that's a good
A
question.
diamond now just beats it, right?
And
Like a diamond just straight up sets it down too, actually. Excuse me.
yep, and
Oh, no,
yeah,
no.
Rohan saw that encouraging diamond from his partner, and
Boom, boom.
game over. That'll just be a couple.
That's
Um, Still a couple imps won for UCSB, but not nearly as many as they could have.
mhm. That is a costly mistake. It's not well, which means it's not as bad as it could have been, but wow. I wonder if that was a misclick, because that was frankly quite shocking.
It looked deliberate, to me at least. Um,
Mhm.
so at 2, would you have balanced with the South hand, 2 clubs over Heart Pass Pass? Twitch chat, would you have?
Twitch chat, I'm trying to think. What was my hand again? I don't remember. It was King Jack sixth in clubs, and what else was there?
King
King
Jack
Jack fourth
fourth
in
and
diamonds.
diamonds. And then 1-2 in the majors.
In that order?
Correct.
Okay. Um, huh. I'm more concerned about spades from my perspective because I'm like, do the opponents have a massive spade foot, or is my? I think the more I think about it, I might elect to go for a pass because yeah, we might have something really massive over here, but the opponents also figure to have a really good spade fit over here that hasn't been shown. So I just there are hands opposite which we could have game. I'm it's not as obvious, it's not as indicated as it would seem at a first glance, I think.
That seems reasonable. I probably still would, but it, it, I'm not sure I'd be happy about it.
Now, South should know that diamonds are out, assuming South's been counting, yep. And they'll get the last club, so that's down two for 100. Oh no, never mind, excuse me. Oh, it was one heart west, yeah. So they managed to take their plus 80. Ooh, this hand. Santosh points out that only thing stopping him from balancing two clubs is the vulnerability.
That's certainly reasonable.
Mhm. Yeah, if I had more spades, I probably would instantly do it, but I'm wondering where are the spades? Who has the spades? And if my partner cannot come in with the one spade overcall, I'm very concerned about what is happening over here. That's a very good one-note trump. Um, oh wait, hold on, that's 14 points upgraded.
It's in fact a very poor one-note trump. Uh,
um,
Although
I still might stand by my statement, actually.
I don't hate the bid. I might not do it if I had those 5 hearts and spades, but um,
Do we
they
have a slam alert over here? I
uh,
think we have six clubs making at least,
six
if not
hearts,
more.
right?
Six hearts too. Yep.
Yeah, yeah. You're quite right, and that uh, with 16 points, West should certainly be thinking about slam.
A
Uh,
bit.
Henry did not bid 3 hearts over 3 clubs on board 9, so uh, this is a very makeable 3 clubs, and WashU should pick up a few more imps and narrow the margin. And what has
Indeed.
been a pretty quiet match overall, except for that one kickback disaster.
Oh, right. All right. West hopefully has a way to show a forcing hard race over here, which I'm not sure what their agreements are. I know some people played that four clubs over here shows a very specific type of hand, which is let me try to remember this. A 4-2-3-4 shape, slamish. Um because you do not raise hearts. And similarly, some people play that a four diamonds might show a 4-2-4-3 slamish to test slam attempt as West, following the three hearts bid.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess the question is, forcing what is the forcing heart race over here for West?
I think a lot of
Because
people.
Forno Trump is definitely a quantitative invite, but
It is.
what were you going to say?
I think a lot of people play the next cheapest level of the other major is the slam invite here.
Mhm.
Or you can just kick
Right.
back and hopefully they're on the same page this time.
Yep. I don't see what four spades can be if not kickback over here. Because my partner elected to first to go through profit and then it's just bidding the other major freely.
I,
Like, this seems indicated to be kickback to me.
yeah, I think some people might play this as like a slam invite with 4-4 in the minors or something, but yeah, this I'm sure for them they'll be on the same page that this is kickback.
Oh yeah, you're right. Some people do might play it. Some people might actually play that.
On the same page here,
King
and
to queen.
the correct kickback response, and that figures to be just what West wants to hear. Maybe ask about kings, and then
Kings.
give up after not finding the king of clubs.
I agree. The only concern is that if West, I'm not sure what the king ask is over here. I imagine it might be five spades. Um, I'm hoping that East does not take that as a four spades was to play and five spades was I really want to play spades. There was a mistake. We're not on the same page. Nope. West just decides to go for six hearts. Um, safe choice over here.
Mm-hmm.
There might be some merit in asking for kings. Like, just make that the king of clubs instead of the queen of diamonds. And then this is just a is it as cold then? I'm not sure actually.
You figure to
You would
need
have
3-2 trumps if partner has
mhm.
the king of clubs, and nothing terrible outside, and partner might have the jack of hearts. In which case it's great. So I think if partner has the king of clubs, you should probably bid 7.
Agreed. And like we were talking about, if it were the king of clubs instead of the queen of diamonds, it's just practically cold. Your 13 tricks would just be one diamond ruff, five hearts, five clubs, and a spade.
Absolutely.
So I'm not satisfied with the six hearts bit, especially the imps, but good good stop over here for sure. Actually, the seven hearts still make double dummy um because there's no way for North to be able to lead spades through East or to force West to take the spade finesse. The club finesse seems like the more natural action to take, seeing both hands.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, if the club finesse makes, you just make. So yeah, it is pretty clear to make 7. I think.
Ooh.
Of course, in
Well,
just
now
the
I'm
stress stance,
intrigued.
you'd probably rather not be there.
So you want to rough the. Okay. Touche. Yeah, you're in no rush to rough the diamond, I think. Of course, even failing the spade finesse over here is perfectly fine.
Nice defense by UCSB here to get a cross rough a little bit, and or sorry, not a cross rough, but to get their spade rough. Um, since Rohan wasn't able to draw trumps completely the way he played it.
Looks
But
like it's still going to be
yeah,
nine tricks
yeah, with the
on diamond.
hearts, that'll still be good enough. But so yeah, that'll be 4 to WashU,
Mhm.
and
Trying to cut in.
yep. And we'll see how they handle this 2 club opener. Certainly seemed like a reasonable auction at the other table.
Right. I feel like some good precision agreements would be able to find the winning six diamonds contract over here. Um, but of course, with two or one methods and it going two clubs, two diamonds, much easier said than done. Especially when if North doesn't have a way to show natural diamonds over here
Mm-hmm.
in time. Did the bidding go at the other table event? Two clubs, two diamonds, two hearts. What did North like to go with? Three diamonds?
Yep, 3 diamonds and then 3 no ended it.
Yeah, 3 no is a pretty reasonable bid from South's perspective. Ooh, we have a slam alert. Oh, never mind. That's the same hand. Yeah, there is really nothing that South can do at this point to set the contract. Maybe play a low spade. That's pretty much all that you could do, honestly.
So curious to see what two hearts is. They're a control pair.
Intriguing. I wonder if table two they might elect to try to see if the spades are 3-3 first. Like, in case North decided to duck with King X for some reason. Yeah, I like this play a lot. Just to, like, have as many options as possible and
Right.
not to just wholly commit on the club
Ooh,
finesse.
I would have liked to see that heart queen cashed. Oh, sorry. Never mind. Never mind. No, no, that's
No,
fine.
no,
Yeah.
you need to get back.
Yep.
And club going in, all or nothing. Boom. And Tuna Trump shows a balanced hand. 2-5-2-4. Why not? I wonder if this play over here would make it possible to find the slam. Like, opposite at regular 22 to 24 balance count, am I thinking of slam as North's hand? With North's hand? I'm not sure. What do you think, Cyrus?
Opposite just a generic balanced hand. Probably not.
Hmm.
Partner has a good
Tuna Trump
diamond
is
fit,
also
then
alerted
maybe.
as
But
Tuna Trump is also alerted as just balanced hand.
right.
I'm not sure if that specifically shows the 22 to 24 range, which most people play it as, or if this is just unlimited. So Junior Trump is also alerted.
So
Am
going
I
for
as
a slam try here, but this is the sort of thing that's often forgotten.
Junior Trump forces four clubs?
Yeah, any 3 no trump in this sort of natural auction that isn't just to play.
Mhm.
But South is thinking about it, so uh, we'll see. Of course, if it gets passed out, that's no disaster.
Right. Speaking of two clubs, look at
Oh
table
my,
two. That is
that's
that
a big
is
hand.
that that's not even the biggest hand. South's hand over here is not even the biggest hand we've seen today.
No, uh,
This is just a very, very cold 7-note trump. I'm just
yep.
gonna ignore it. I'm just gonna ignore anything from table two. If they do not find 7 no, I'm gonna be very, very disappointed. Because you've got a two club, you've got a 10 count opposite a 27 count?
Mm-hmm.
26 count. And you have only two spots which are lower than a 10. Just bid it, you degenerates. four clubs was forced. Four diamonds. So this is
We
four
don't.
diamonds is unalerted.
Yeah, so we don't know if it's. Presumably, it's not to play. It's presumably it's some kind of try. It's just like a try. Maybe it's just diamonds. Maybe it's both minors, better diamonds. Oh dear.
Oh dear, what happened? Did four diamonds get past? My stream is kind of.
No. South bid four
Oh,
spades, 0 or 3 key cards and clubs.
I imagine that. So the question is, okay, so there are three key cards and clubs. Well, this is going to be intriguing.
Kickback has so far not been WashU's friend, unless they can. Uh, I mean, it's not inconceivable that a slam would make here. Um,
I imagine
Particularly,
North can always spin five diamonds. Like four spades is not going to get past.
no, four spades won't get past, but would 5 diamonds get past? Or is South on
It
the
wouldn't be
we
the
are
end of the
playing
world.
clubs train?
I mean, I have to imagine that if it goes five diamonds or something, maybe South at six clubs. East will do very well to pass six clubs. I just want to point that
Right.
out right
Good
now.
point.
And but I imagine the North is should there. I imagine North is probably going to bid six diamonds because there is no reason for North to think that South believes that they're playing clubs. From my understanding, from like I'm assuming this might go four spades, and I do not know what North bids over here.
But maybe South, maybe North thinks that four spades is a Q bid, so South doesn't have a heart control.
Hmm.
In which case, bidding 6 diamonds looks pretty bad.
Yeah, so maybe five diamonds is what I was thinking too. Um,
But South might not know what to do over 5 diamonds. Um,
so another thing worth inquiring about is whether, from North's perspective, would four hearts have been kicked back? In which case, four spades might be the lowest available qubit spot. So I don't think it's as because I know that me and Justin in not exactly this kind of auction, but in similar auctions where partners shown a very balanced hand and we make a transfer to diamonds and then bid a step higher, make a transfer, sort of make an artificial bid showing a minor and we bid the suit above that. Regardless of who bids it, it's often kicked back. So I'm wondering if that is something that might have happened over here. North electing to try to sell out at five diamonds. Um, we're
uh,
going to see what South elects to do.
at the other table, WashU kicked back, but with no problems. That they're in 7 hearts, which is
Oh,
just as I see as 7
you
no.
want seven? No.
No, but it's totally fine.
Yeah, it's fine, I guess.
This is imps. It's pretty
True,
irrelevant.
true.
So South, um, so what's South thinking? Would 4 no be a queen ask? And
Forno might have been a queen ask, so five diamonds might be a king ask.
well, there wouldn't really be a separate. Uh, oh yeah,
No, Forno
yeah,
might have been a queen ask,
right.
so maybe five diamonds might have been a king ask. There we
It might
go.
be, yeah, yeah.
Hopefully, king of hearts. Okay, Rohan's probably gonna bid six diamonds over here. I don't see Rohan pass. Like, this is the first mention that South is made of hearts, right?
Yeah. South is, um,
Conceal the five card suit.
right. South has not made a single natural bid. I think from either player's perspective, other than 2 no.
Mm-hmm. Showed a balanced hand. So Rohan's not going to pass five hearts over here. Final trump is. Ugh. Six no trump is no
Oh,
play.
I don't hate 5 no Trump when this auction seems to kind of be going off the rails. and you just want to play something. This might get them to 6 clubs, which is of course not a good contract, but
Is there any way they could end up in the winning six diamonds contract? We'll have to see. Um.
well, it's not winning though, is it?
Oh, who's declaring it?
Well, North will be declaring it, but it still goes down
Ace
if
is not leading Ace of
if he's
Clubs.
confounded his club. I
Ace
mean,
is not leading Ace of Clubs in another club, probably. Maybe Ace of Clubs, but I don't think another club following that.
I don't know. Do you have another shot? With those hearts look awfully intimidating.
Oh yeah, that's true. Probably have to catch with the rough. You're probably right, actually. The more I think about it, if I lead the Ace of Clubs, I think you might have to commit to another club.
It's not auto to even lead the ace of clubs though. So
Yeah, no,
yeah.
I'm saying like that's a big if you lead the Ace
Oh,
of
of
Clubs.
course, of course. Yes. And
But
that's
of course, East might go for a spade lead. East might go for probably not a hard lead. There's no reason to play hearts on your own, I think, in this auction. Diamond lead, of course, that's there's no reason to lead a diamond either. It's either a spade, it's either a black, it's one of the black suits. North,
it's been
I
a
think
taxing
you have to
auction.
bid six diamond. There might be merit in passing six clubs. I mean, like not in this layout, obviously. I'm just trying to think with
Right.
North's information. All right, East, what are you doing?
All right, there's 6 diamonds. This opening lead might end up deciding the match if 6
All right.
diamonds goes down. Well, assuming we play 6 diamonds. If it goes
Mm-hmm.
down, then that figures to be almost match over for UCSB. But if this makes, WashU will have gained the lead.
Yep. Meanwhile, the other table, we've been focusing on this very intently. That they managed to bid another 3-0.
And
I mean, North South have bid a 3-0 over here. So,
just another extremely icy 3-0 that and then this one could have been played much higher.
oh my, yep. In fact, is 6-0 just very cold over here?
Oh yes, yes.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of 6-0, oof. I think six diamonds just passing would have been a winning play over here. That is an error by South. Like,
Oh
it is a
yeah.
very, very shady auction to begin with. And your partner's been four diamonds, your partner's been five diamonds, your partner's been six diamonds. I think your partner's trying to say something over here. And six diamonds versus six no. Well, I guess there's the argument of does six diamonds played by North versus six of them contract played by me? Like, is there an argument over here for which is better? And maybe with King for the clubs opposite. Good luck. You're gonna need it, declare.
Well, good luck or a
There,
diamond pitched by West.
but even then, that's not enough, right? Like, you kind of need to somehow sneak a
That's true.
club
Yeah,
through while
yeah, yeah. After the
you
spade
just
lead,
have
it's not
what
enough.
six diamonds, five. Oh no, never mind. You might actually have enough, right? You would have six
Yeah,
diamonds, five hearts, and a spade.
yeah. Diamond pitch would give you
Okay,
the
so that's
12
all this.
toppers.
So East hand is practically irrelevant from. I mean, like, of course, having the ace of clubs is very important, and having the queen of jack of clubs is important. But besides that, East hand is practically irrelevant. The only question comes down to whether West holds on to four diamonds.
Yep. And yeah, the other table, West didn't, but it's a much higher
The
stakes
West did, right?
discarded.
The West did, I think.
No, that's how we ended up with those 2 over tricks, right?
I think I remember a diamond pitch, but I also think Declare pitched a diamond in there in Nord's hand.
Right.
Oh, speaking of diamond pitch, wow,
Yeah.
a very I'm not going to say deserved, but this happened. I think West had to pitch spades over there. There's like four diamonds when you see that dummy, see can be very important for sure. And
Yeah,
also
it
East
has to
pitched a
be.
ten of diamonds, which is very, very telling in my
It
opinion.
is. Yeah. Yeah, and South showed a balanced hand. The layout should be pretty apparent at that point.
Yep. I think East did well. I think that was a very costly error by North. I mean by West, and this is gonna be a slam swing. Just what could have been plus a lot is now minus a lot. I do not know the exact numbers though. And East will do well to just claim the ace of clubs over here. Meanwhile,
So we see.
table two, final board, one heart, opening by East to third seed. With the 2-5-2-4 15 count. 16 count, excuse me.
I like it.
One heart and then two club rebid, probably.
Yep. My one was not crazy with those good pointed doubletons, but
Yep.
so we've seen a kickback disaster go wrong and one go right for WashU.
Yep.
Um, so yeah, Rohan indeed comments, I completely screwed up the auction. We got unfairly lucky.
It's Rohan's mistake. Okay.
No, that was not my impression either, but we don't know their agreements, so.
Rohan definitely seemed more confident in his bids in terms of tempo and in terms of, well, I guess, the alert messages,
Mm-hmm.
but um, it is what it is. Is Trino Trump a contract which they just end up? Yeah, Trino Trump probably seems like the place they'll end up in. 1-0 Trump, 3-0 Trump, probably something like that.
Well, well,
And
certainly not because Rohan did show clubs, and he alerted it
maybe,
as so alerted as forcing four clubs. So they were always going to go past
uh-huh.
four clubs, but who knows where they might have ended up if they hadn't gotten off track starting with four spades, or maybe four diamonds. We don't know. They might well have ended up in six diamonds, which seems like was probably a little less likely to succeed, but it's hard to say for sure.
Absolutely. Whew. So on board 11 now, which we're seeing table one in, I imagine it might go 1-0 Trump pass. I mean, no, North is probably going to take up a bid, whether it be both majors or the single suited hearts. And I imagine East is probably going to make sure they end up in 3-0 Trump, or that North is in a doubled contract, one of the two. It remains to be seen what it is.
Mm-hmm. And as we saw, 3-0, I think on a heart lead has some troubles.
Hmm.
So with North having spades and the entries as well as the long heart suit. So
It might be big if Rohan doesn't lead a heart, right? Because I'm trying to think about it.
yeah,
You could pick up four clubs, two spades, and three diamonds, and maybe a heart.
yeah,
Two diamonds and
on like
maybe
a spade lead, for instance, there's plenty of time to get your diamond tricks. But
even on a club lead. And a diamond lead might also blow. And also, well, Rohan's not leading the ace of diamonds over here ever, but
I mean, he's almost. I mean,
I
he's going to lead the six of
a
hearts. It
heart.
seems almost certain, but of course we never know what's going to happen.
If East West plays some sort of 11 stall over here, East might try to go to 3-0 Trump and show a stopper along the way. So maybe 2-0 Trump, three clubs,
Absolutely,
3-0 Trump.
That's extremely possible.
If Donald Trump denies a stopper in their agreements, which I'm not sure, I'm not familiar with East-West agreements over here enough to know this.
Very experienced pair, and 3-0 wasn't alerted, so presumably it's just a play, and they don't have special agreements about showing or denying stoppers.
Hmm. I think Rohan has a clear pass over here. The only question to be seen is whether what Rohan likes to lead over here.
Well, the last board is another 3-0 with a lot of tricks on top after Declare dodged a diamond lead. Um, we've had quite a few of those today, in addition to all the slam excitement.
Hmm.
Not many part score battles, though.
True. Power score battles might be one of the more trickier components of bridge, in my opinion, in team
Definitely.
matches.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the focus is always on games, but those part score swings really can add up.
So Rohan is taking his time for his lead, trying to figure it out. There definitely are some options. There definitely are some spots in which a spade lead is winning. So I imagine Rohan is probably considering that as his other alternative. I don't see a club lead or a dime lead ever really
No.
being a thing here. And he likes to go with the heart lead.
Yeah, with
Very
that
well
entry
done.
outside, that does seem like a good choice.
Ooh, table two. I think Declare made an error by ducking the heart, this King of Hearts switch. Um, because there's no way South continues hearts looking at the dummy, so you've kind of forced South into attacking diamonds. Of course, this is all too late at this point, but because at this point now Declare has a diamond, a heart,
Mm-hmm.
five clubs, seven, eight, eight tricks,
Yep, yeah,
and can concede the last two. But I think West should have definitely won that Ace of Hearts and maybe try to force another heart on their own to get an over trick.
agreed.
Like South has to play a diamond at this point. There's nothing else that well maybe a spade also. I think spades were played twice.
So at the main table, if Declare when Declare plays a diamond eventually, and Rohan wins, he's gonna have a bit of a guess. Um,
Indeed.
but he should just lay down Ace of Hearts, and hope the partner knows to
Jack of
unblock if
Hearts.
necessary. Um, so he should get it right. But
Yep. Um the only concern from his perspective might be so what was lead? Lead was low king low low.
indeed,
Now this is trick number two, which is club to king. So at this point, um, so the declare would so the declare should play the king of hearts anyway, even if West was queen third as an example over here in hearts. Um,
right.
as a way of preserving their own stopper with another card to cushion it, so that declared so that North doesn't know, just knows, doesn't know to just
Mm-hmm.
hearts and then continue like that. So the hard situation is definitely not known. I think Rohan is going to be paying a lot of information, a lot of attention to. He has to try to basically try to picture West Sand right now. Uh-oh.
Well, he
He
knows.
didn't do the thing.
By the way, you are several seconds ahead of the mainstream. Uh, so
Oh my, am I?
you are.
Oops.
Um, but yep, that is going to be very
Should I be
costly.
watching the mainstream?
That may or may not be better. Yeah. I don't know what the relative delay is like, or perhaps refresh the table that you're currently watching. That might reset it um,
Okay.
to something a little
I
more
just see
in
the King
line
of
with what I'm
Diamonds has
watching.
been laid down.
Uh, all right, so we'll see.
Meanwhile, table two is done. They managed to make their 3 trump.
They are. So we've just got the 5 and a bit more boards to go um,
Mm-hmm.
at this table. So
Yep. Ooh, this low club. That they had a path to making 3-0, which was just the diamond, two spades, and three clubs for 10 tricks. But now South is almost certainly going to lay down a heart when South wins this
we'll
trick.
see.
And Rohan probably knows to overtake this. That felt like a misplay by West again
It
over
did.
here. Just overtake this. Come on. Okay, good. Rohan figured it out. And Rohan's just going to go caching, 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 and just four more tricks for defense, which should be down three? That'll be down three, right? Yep,
Yep.
down three. So
Yep.
that should
Couple
be
more for
two
WashU.
M's
Yep.
for.
Yeah, actually, you might try turning off low latency if you have that turned on.
Uh, how would I do that?
It's in the advanced settings,
What?
the Twitch feed.
Hmm.
Well, I've turned it on my end, so hopefully we're a little more in sync now.
Okay. Yeah, I think I'm like 10 seconds ahead still. But never mind. Maybe it's better now.
Okay.
Okay, 5 seconds I think is probably the difference right now, so I'll try to be careful and noting about that. Um,
No worries.
so at the other table, we saw one hard opening by West, and that kind of bought the contract. And there was some discussion about what South might
Mm-hmm.
elect to do over here.
Man, that felt like ages ago. That 6-0 at the main table uh,
Mhm.
aged me a
Well,
bit.
speaking of, you should probably should close the second table stream, I think.
Yes, it's been closed.
Oh, it's been closed.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I can still see it. It still says live on my end, so not sure. Like, did you do like close the stream after some number of minutes kind of deal?
Yeah, it'll be stopping imminently. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
cool.
here from East about betting a spade, especially with this vulnerability. It does have some appeal.
Hmm. Yeah, and
And
my main reasoning is I can run the two diamonds if I want to.
certainly. So we'll see if Henry has more vim. What would happen over two clubs? That might get passed out.
North might like to go with a three-note trump or a two-note trump kind of bit.
Yeah, you're probably right. North probably would bid some number of no trump. Oh, there it is.
Of course, West is West done over here.
It's hard to take a call over two clubs, I think.
Two spades is it's not strong enough for two spades.
No. And you don't have the diamonds for double.
Well, this is gonna be touche.
If partner couldn't even muster up a favorable response, I don't think West really has a bid with that shape.
Hmm. This is gonna be a cute auction. I wonder what North elects to do over here.
North could pass and await developments, maybe hope for two hearts from East or something.
Hmm. Yeah, North doesn't really have their own suit that hasn't been bid by the opponents.
On the other hand, this
Okay.
is, given the vulnerability, it is a little more appealing to look for your own game if you think partner has full values for the two club.
East decided to go with the spades instead of the diamonds, and this is gonna
Interesting,
be very, very. West is gonna be very, very thankful for this.
certainly. Well, Steve, yeah, and yeah, what does Rohan do now?
He can't reasonably bid two or he can't reason like he cannot bid game on his own anymore now. I think like if at all he might penalize two spades, but that's pretty much about it. And there might be some merit in trying to penalize this and going for a club lead, or maybe even going for a spade lead. Actually, now that I think about it,
always lead Trump against a doubled part score, right?
yeah. Wait, is that an actual saying? I've never heard that before.
Oh, yeah, that is an actual saying. At least
Okay,
of Richards, yes. It works pretty
that's
well.
something which I just tried to figure out on my own. Yeah, I think I would double and just lead a spade because I've got hearts, I've got diamonds, and partner is clubs supposedly. Assuming that this two clubs is not Michael Michelle trying to balance two clubs. Oh, it's played by the East.
Right. Which so that yeah,
Those
spades especially an attractive lead.
you hate to see it. Like those are some juicy hard spots. Just
They are.
play a spade.
Yeah, North is certainly glad now that he did not double.
Doesn't feel right.
Yeah.
This really doesn't feel right. This just looks like a cross rough heavy hand. I'm trying to like cut out their roughs while we can hold on to our winners in the red suits. And what do you think? What do you think East attempts to do right now? Maybe try to cash two clubs and cross rough. Cyrus, you there?
The diamonds are a danger, so it seems okay to.
Is there any merit in trying to play two rounds of clubs first before you go for the cross rough? Depending on what you think the club situation is.
I mean, that's usually a good cross rough technique, right? To try to get your winners
Mhm.
first.
Yep, that is what I. How many tricks does Declare have without that? Um, of course, there might be some concern about who has the Jack of Spades. Probabilistically, I think it's North, given the bidding and what has happened. Actually, no, that's not as indicated as you would think. It could be a 3-2 spade split. So they have 8 tricks already with the spades. Crossroad, which they elect not to do. Hmm.
Well, if
Well,
trumps come in, you've got a lot of tricks, and even if they
yep,
don't, you're not in really that bad shape.
yeah. So I guess maybe play. Yeah, actually, no, they're still fine, right? They could just play club to the queen,
Oh yeah.
then just play hearts out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would play a club to the queen,
Yeah.
then just cash my hearts
You can
and
even draw
pitch
another trump before
three
cashing
diamonds.
hearts, and that's fine.
Probably pitch diamonds first. Yeah, this is good. Ooh, I think on the last one, I think you want to pitch a club. Yeah, on the last one, I think you want to pitch a club for sure.
Right.
Good. And that's 9 tricks, right? Does it mean Rohan roughs this and plays a trump?
That's right.
Well done. Diamond manages to take another trick.
All right, so that's 2 back to UCSB.
Close match.
It is.
A lead of 4 with 4 boards to go.
Right. Chance to pick up some here if they bid the aggressive grand.
Indeed. Grand definitely allows for fewer mistakes, though, on this layout.
Oh, Henry's
The other
making about a very
left for a
aggressive two
mono trump
diamonds here.
opener. Yeah, 2 diamonds is a cute bid. Maybe if you were favorable, you can try to sneak it in, but I think I'd let it go
Can't
over
fault a
here.
pass, yeah.
Hmm.
I think two clubs is a
I like
little better than one spade, but
was right. Was just about to point that out.
yeah.
Show your shape. Because here's the problem now. Like, Vest also has support for hearts and also has a concealed a monster 5 club suit. And it's hard to show both of that now with this 1-0 Trump rebid. Like, maybe if 2 diamonds is game forcing, you could bid 3 clubs and then bid 3 hearts. But also, like, East is gonna bid 2 spades now. What do you bid? 3 clubs and three, then 4 hearts. But then also at the same time, you kind of also want to have a slam seeking auction with West Sand over here.
Hmm.
Like, there are too many things you need to do with West Sand, and that 1 spade bid has removed too much of that.
Yeah, there's always time to find your 4-4 spade fit later.
Mhm. Like, now you need to bid 3 hearts, 100%. Like, you just gotta, you just have to gotta come to terms with concealing the 5 club suit, which I don't think West will mind now that I think about it because East has essentially shown their hand, which is a 3-5, a 3-5-2-3 or a 3-5-3-2 most probabilistically,
Right.
and a 12 to 14 count.
Yep.
So West can now decide what to do from this point on.
And it's not quite so easy to find slam now.
Is it not? 3 hearts sets Trump for sure. So maybe they could have just some cube bidding. Um, They could just do some cubiting, maybe
Right.
3 spades, 4 clubs. East will bid 4 hearts probably, which denies the diamond control, and then which West is gonna like to hear, and then they can go from there, I think.
Oh, it's certainly still doable, but not quite as much as after the 1-0 opening.
Oh, right, yep. And of course, West can always just decide to bid 5 no Trump as 2 places to play. Actually, they'd probably bid 6 hearts, unless East stylistically might open 1 no Trump at a 3-5-1-4.
Right.
3 no Trump. I don't like 3 no Trump as a bid in this sequence, regardless of what East holds, because you've kind of shown that you're already a balanced hand. So when West shows a game forcing hand with 4 plus spades and 3 and a heart support, that tells me that we're playing in hearts and is looking to go for beyond. So I don't think 3 no Trump is a place that West is looking to play over here. So if I'm East, I want to cooperate and just bid 3 spades or whatever.
Yeah, and clubs look potentially pretty wide open in 3-0. It's not. I don't think there's any
Mhm.
reason really to believe that you belong there.
Yep. And 3 no Trump might actually show. So with the Serena trumpet, I might, if I'm West, um, and if I have reason to believe that Serena Trump is just looking to play, I might believe that East is probably a 3-5-2-3, probably a 3-5-3-2, probabilistically, looking at my hand with some kind of stopper or some kind of values in both the minors, which is good for me if I think that they have the King of Clubs.
Certainly.
Um, but also it kind of feels like it kind of feels hard to envision slam at that point. I think from my perspective, because I'm like they probably have something like King of Clubs, maybe Queen Jack of Diamonds, so that's 6, and there's not much room for ensuring that we have 0 losers, or that we have very limited to 1 loser in both the majors.
Right.
I'm not
Yeah.
sure actually.
I mean, something like this hand with King of Clubs instead of the Spade and Diamond Queens is sort of the
Yep.
perfect hand, but that's or without the Jack of Hearts, but that's not guaranteed by any stretch.
Yeah, that is definitely an option too. I might actually move the Jack of Hearts to the Jack of Diamond. for what I might be envisioning this hand to be.
Mm-hmm.
But also that being said, I cannot imagine that Donald Trump is a bit that I have in any of my agreements with anyone. And oof.
Ooh. So WashU in great shape now.
Yep. The match is theirs to lose.
It is.
Um, what are the other two boards? I'm trying to remember. So this was a six hearts. There was a seven hearts they bid, which was WashU.
Right.
And then there was a three no trump which they made, and there was another board which I don't remember.
Right. I believe WashU made 3 no, and then there was a 3 no made by UCSB that could have been making slam in either black suit. I believe that was board
Oh,
15. So doesn't seem like there's much slack for UCSB to cash in on.
yep. And Trino is not even Trino is not even the safest contract over here because this diamond lead is now is a very good and dangerous lead.
It
Um
is.
I am intrigued by the choice to lead the 10 instead of the jack over here from the King Jack 10 fifth sequence. Um but this is what it's gonna come down to. Declare has to pick either spades. So Declare has five hearts. Declare has two spades. I mean, two aces over here. And Declare just kind of has to commit to one of the finesses, be it the spade or the club finesse.
Yep.
If they go for the club finesse, which is the winning call over here, then they'll be in shape to make their contract. If they go for the less, if they go for the spade finesse, then they are going down. Of course, good technique might be to just play 5 rounds of hearts over here, try to get in as much information as you can.
I like
Maybe
that.
try to get them diamonds.
So yeah.
Because you only need a finesse once to make.
Yep.
Not a fan.
Yeah.
But it worked.
It did. Well,
They go for it again. Wow. Well, I guess North probably is winning with the King of Clubs 100% of the time over here and returning a diamond when they have five diamonds themselves.
right. It's just too possible that could have been Declarer's ninth trick. You just have to. It seems like you just cash out at that point as the
Yeah.
defense if you can.
And, hmm. Yeah, there doesn't seem to be any squeeze over here. I was trying to just
Oh
look to see
no.
if there was any. Yeah, no. Because East, South is pitching after East, so South can get this correct 100% of the time.
There just aren't any threats in West.
Mhm. South, North End is irrelevant. It's all down to South at this point for what to do. So it looks like that Declare is holding on to Ace Queen. So as long as South only pitches all their diamonds, then they'll be able to hold it to 12 strikes. Otherwise, it's going to be 13. So now you can pitch a diamond over here. Now the question is going to be on this card. What do you pitch, South? I expect South to pause here. Nope, South immediately pitches. Very well done. And very good on North, actually, to pitch all their diamonds and give count. I think they gave count. I wasn't paying attention to the order. But yeah, North did well also to make sure that this was as easy as it could be for South, pitching all their diamonds first. Um, it's hard to imagine they don't get to seven over here. There are no cheeky bits that North and South can do over here short of Sykes.
There really aren't.
And this just seems like as you have all the aces, you have all the kings, you have three queens, and you have
Two
like this is
jacks,
one of
all
those
the
hands you
tens.
try
Yeah.
like this would be one of those hands I drafted while I started playing bridge in my bridge class. while trying to understand how tricks work. Like it's one of those hands you it's one of those hands you see but never actually happen. So anyway, the card run rate is 5.33 for a tie.
That's asking a lot.
It is. Would this be UCSB's first loss ever since their collegiate win?
Oh no, they've had a number of losses in the OJBL.
Oh yeah, that's fair. I was thinking about strictly against collegiate teams. Granted, they haven't played that many collegiate teams, I think, ever since. Probably only the Georgia Tech Gold team.
Right.
But yeah, I think they've lost to like We Don't Roll on Shabbat on um the We Don't Roll team. I think they've lost to Mountain View. I think they've lost to a couple of maybe one or two other teams, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah, these are the reigning champions. Of course, it's not their. I don't think it's their 100% strength squad team, but
No, I don't know how much overlap there is actually between this and their best.
I want to say 25%. Like as
It's
in one of these
25 or
players,
50, yeah.
I think exactly one of these players was in the winning squad last year. I think it was ZJ B9. I don't think the two players at the other table were in the winning squad. I might be wrong also, so feel free to correct me if anyone's watching the stream. Sanosh wittingly points out overbidders anonymous underbidding a hand, question mark. Um, yeah.
It happened.
Well,
Shocking.
I
What?
wouldn't say it's underbidding actually now that I think about it. It was just that Vest chose an interesting way to show their hand, which I strongly disagreed with. Like they didn't underrepresent their hand in terms of values. I don't think East did also either. It's just that they chose strange auctions that implied different shape, different kind of shapely hands than, or different kinds of value hands, but not into pure high card points. If
Right.
that makes sense. Like they had, like they ate up a lot of room and up to three hearts, and without getting too much information out. And then 3 Trump kind of just sealed was the final nail in the coffin, in my opinion. Oh, they play. They also play like a control kind of system,
Interesting.
0 to 1. I thought most people is two diamonds com. I thought two diamonds commonly might be 0, and then they do steps with two hearts being 1, two spades being 2, or is this the normal one?
I think this is normal.
Okay, I am not a fan of 4 hearts. 4 hearts, if four because I think a lot of people play 4 hearts. It's just like fast arrival,
Yeah. This
and
hand is way too good.
yep. Of course, East is not going anywhere because East has a what? A two, like two losers maybe at most, and that's being generous. So like East is 100% going to continue over here, and West is going to show 0 key cards, maybe a queen ask. Congratulations, you have that in the king of clubs, and then just sign off in 7 hearts maybe. I think East has to continue over here. Like I'm trying to think of like if it's two small spades and king something of clubs, you just have a claim for 7. Of course, the question then is what might West with 4 hearts with and what might West with 3 hearts with from East perspective. But I think even if 7 hearts, I think 6 hearts is almost impossible to not get.
Ooh.
Ooh, what?
Four hearts was
Really?
passed. Yeah.
Wow. I'm frankly amazed. Wow.
Yeah, a bit of conservatism by both players there, and it's
Mhm.
not a good time for that.
Dude, this might have basically just sealed the match for Washington for WashU now at this point.
Yeah, I think the last board maybe even did, but
Mhm.
certainly no coming
There
back
might have been
now.
some hope. Yeah.
Honestly, I don't think so. um, like
I was
16
thinking about
imps.
like the slam on 15.
Wasn't that missed by UCSB?
Was it? I thought it was WashU. That's you might be right.
Well, I guess we'll find out in a few seconds after this claim.
So 30 to go with two boards remaining.
Mm-hmm.
Um oh right, you're right. The slam was missed by UCSB, you're right. So what are the winning contracts over here? Six clubs. Is probably the most realistic one they end up in, maybe six no.
Yep.
Six spades also does make, but that's probably not the one they're gonna end up in.
Right. So
So I
the
imagine it might
one no opening
go
even
on.
is reasonable here, depending on
Hmm.
your style. What would you open?
Um I I think I would just go up for a two cup rebid, personally.
Certainly sensible.
Um I don't think this is the hand I would want. I don't think this is a hand which I would upgrade to a 1-0 trump, but but I'm very certain that one of my partners might, and I don't think it's unreasonable too. To maybe go for a cute two hearts jump bid, which if the colors were ever right to do it,
That
I think this might have been the hand, and I might
is
have done it
true.
personally because you do want a hard lead from in my opinion.
That's likely. Yeah.
So I find that interesting. So now South might go for two clubs over here, and the question is, how does Rohan get to slam over here? Because it is a 15 count opposite a 14 count. It's a 29-point slam. It's just that all your values are controls,
Yeah.
which makes this a really good slam.
Surprised South is taking so long. This seems like a pretty normal two clubs to me.
Hmm.
So after two clubs, North would probably bid like two diamonds forcing an artificial. It's a
Hmm.
pretty common agreement.
Yep.
And after that, two no. And that might just push North to bid 3-0, but North could make another try with three clubs.
Mhm. Yep. North elected to go for the two diamonds, which was alerted.
Good. So the 36-point game on the last board reminded me of a puzzle, which you might enjoy while we're waiting for this auction to finish. So Twitch chat, can you come up with a layout of two hands that have a combined 40 high card points, but where 6 no is mediocre? So it has chances, but
Mediocre.
not very good ones. So give that some thought.
Hmm. Meanwhile, North is also pausing over here for thought.
This is
Probably
generally
trying
a
to.
thoughtful pair
Mhm.
as we near the 2.5 hour mark at this table.
Oh boy. Has it really been that long?
All right.
And North decided to just sell out to 3-0 Trump,
Yep.
and we should be seeing a similar score.
So yep, win this, knock out the ace of spades, and go home.
Yeah. Maybe play one round of clubs to see if clubs might be 4-0.
Well, you can always handle that later, right? Just play a club to the ace, and you have the entries to
Mhm.
take the finesse either way. So
Yep.
all right, so win that, and let's see that jack of spades hit the table.
All right.
Or even a claim. I would take a claim at this point.
I think you need to do a bit of work before you make a claim.
I mean, this is claimable, but
It is.
you may as well make sure you get it right.
True, true, true. Clubs are spitting. I mean, clubs are splitting. Excuse me.
I advise not spoonerizing that.
Okay, now you can surely claim 12 tricks. Like you have two hearts, sorry, one more heart, two more diamonds, three, five more clubs, eight, and you. There we go. Boom. Well done.
All right. One more to go. Match very much in hand for WashU. They survived their two kickback disasters to be just net -1 imps on those, and otherwise they've been quite solid, I'd say.
Even gaining tables for one of, I mean, gaining for the 6-0 Trump baking.
Right. Yeah. So yeah, just the net -1, and they've been otherwise pretty impressive. They've bid to the right places most of the time. They've made the contracts that they can. Not a lot of contracts have been set at either table. They did give up a chance to set that 3-0 with the long running hearts, but were given that chance back.
Right. South might elect for a pass over here.
I would like a pass.
So I imagine it might. I don't remember what the auction was at the other table, but I imagine that we might see West bid 1-0 Trump. and then East might like for two clubs rebid.
Yep.
South could now come in with a double.
He certainly could. But West will not let them buy the contract, and I think, as happened at the other table, an invite, which is quickly accepted, uh,
Mhm.
seems pretty good.
Ooh, and North does have four cards, four spades, and four diamonds. So the question is, which one is better?
Well, I don't know if he's going to get a chance to bid. Uh, so West
Right.
will
I
take
mean, in
some
terms of the
time.
lead, assuming they play
That's
three down
true.
trump, which
That is true. A spade would probably be uh, indicated just on the basis of West not having length and partner being more likely to have four spades. I mean, partner really should be 4-4. So, in fact, perhaps you figure that partner should will often have four spades and five diamonds, and on that basis, a diamond is better.
hmm.
Rohan was thinking a little bit about bidding, but
Yeah, it would be the first time Rohan bids with four spades in a trash hand, and I'm remembering one hand in particular. I'm not sure if you remember it. It
I don't
was
remember the exact circumstances, but th- that's ringing a bell for sure.
yep. It's not the first time I've seen Rohan bid at the three level with this kind of hand. So opposite a takeout double. So I wasn't going to be too surprised if he bid it over there. So Rohan's probably going to pass and maybe lead a spade or a diamond.
Yeah, I mean, a diamond is better, but uh, even
Yeah.
that's not quite enough.
They just have five, six, seven. Do they have nine tricks?
Yeah, they have two spades, a heart, a diamond, and five clubs.
No, I'm saying can if it goes to diamond lead, then they can get three diamonds and a spade. Oh, they don't have the tempo to get another trick.
Right. And
Yeah, they don't have a tempo to get another trick. So I kind of imagine Rohan is thinking of doubling this. I imagine Rohan, if he's not thinking about what to lead over here, he might be thinking about sacking. There's no reason to,
no,
but I can't imagine what else he'd be thinking about.
you generally need a really excellent reason to sack over 3-0, and he does not have one.
Is having three nines a good reason?
Is what a good reason?
Having three nines.
Oh, I wouldn't normally think so, but maybe he does.
Hmm.
Oh, this is some unexpected excitement to close things out.
Boy, what?
Well, how does this go? So, he should probably guess diamonds right, so he'll lose one diamond, lose a club, lose a heart, lose a couple of diamonds. It's has the potential to not be the worst sacrifice in the world. And in fact, some might
It's
even
not
call it
a
a good
bad sacrifice,
sacrifice.
I think. I don't think it's a bad sacrifice. That's why I hate this so much. I hate that this is working. Because, like you pointed out, you lose a diamond, you lose a diamond, you lose a club, you lose a heart and you lose some number of spades, maybe two. Like
And if
you're on track to hold it. You're on track to at least get seven tricks.
I feel like the defense should be able to do a little better, but if they since
I'm
like what
expecting down three, is what I'm saying. And that would be a good set.
it would.
And West has have got to hit this. Like, come on, buddy. You gotta hit this. If, if this is not the most indicated double, I mean, okay, fine, it's not the most indicated double, but this is a very indicated double. I've seen worse. And I've been responsible for worse myself, but the oh,
Interesting.
what do you do as out?
Uh, oh, good point. Good question. I mean, you might toss in a double, right? Like you're looking
I
at two trump
think
tricks.
let it go. I think I'll let it go. If
Just because your partner was willing to bid four diamonds and you don't want to inspire five.
I don't, one, I don't want to inspire five diamonds. Two, I certainly do not want to inspire five clubs.
Good point. Oh, this is down.
I mean, just, I mean, yeah, it's down, but
Oh,
wow. So another pickup for WashU probably.
that lead complicates things with the defense, actually.
Let me think about this. What do you cannot avoid two heart losers. You cannot avoid a spade loser,
Right.
but would that be it?
So let's look at the Tempe. So what are you going to play next? Are you going to win or are you going to play spade? So
Well, I'm gonna win in the East End. I am going to try to play as hard to the nine and then play a heart of ace. Then I think I play a spade to the king. I know that lead is a singleton. Like I have zero doubt of that in my mind.
right.
Um, at this point, I'm trying to figure out what is South's shape. South does not have five spades. The South is 4x1, where x can be anything. It could be 4-3-5-1 or 4-4-4-1. Probably 4-4-4-1. Has to have the king and queen of hearts. There's no doubt of that in my mind. So they have king queen of hearts. They probably have the ace of spades, and I don't really know anything about the diamonds. The diamonds could be split
So yeah,
because it's just a singleton lead at the end of the day.
yeah, Santosh, you're right. South needs to not split heart honors. Wow, putting in the nine. That is big brain,
I
but
don't
good.
think that is. I think that's very indicated. Actually, I'd argue.
It is somewhat, but it's still a fine play.
Okay.
Um,
So I'm 100% know that South is king queen of hearts almost at this point because
right.
I mentioned South might pass if they had one of the heart honors and if they had one of those diamond honors, unless they thought four diamonds was making, in which case I would think that Rohan needs to go to an intro to bridge class again if I'm East. Um, so at this point I might just play clubs. Actually, I would play
Oh no
diamond.
no
Diamond
no!
is the last suit I would play.
You have to play spades right now. Oh god. Yeah, just play spades, get your discard, and
Right. You're right. You're right.
yeah,
Oh,
this is
a
grim.
spade would have been better, right? Yep, a spade would have been better. Yep, yeah, I see that. Yeah, I was wondering if club might also make it, but then, like you said, yeah, they could just force a diamond out, force a diamond through.
Yep.
So a spade definitely would have to be the lead over there, and
All right.
as long as they play a diamond now, they're in. As long as they play a diamond before, they could give it up. And I think Rohan did encourage a diamond at some point. He played a low diamond.
Yes, he did.
And Rohan has discouraged clubs. Of course, not that there are any clubs for South to play at this point. Was Forest Hearts on it en route to making if a spade was played?
Oh yeah, it was making if a spade had been played from dummy instead of a diamond.
Okay. Now all that remains to be played is Rohan has done every parting right so far, in my opinion. He's played the five. He's played the highest spades possible. He's played the lowest diamonds possible.
He's played the
Good
highest club
job.
possible. He is screaming for that diamond play. There it is. All right.
And there should be a claim for down
Down one.
what?
Well, 4
Woo!
diamonds turned out to be quite inspired after some back and forth. Well, I certainly can't complain about that last board after it seemed like we might have a dull finish after WashU got a comfortable lead. So
Ooh, there might have actually been some. Ooh, actually, now I think about it, the double dummy play might have been to after winning the club in your hand, playing this, forcing out the ace of spades first, right? And then pulling 2 rounds and then pitching.
yep, yeah, I
Because
think you
there
just
might
want
have
to
been
get
a
that
play
pitch as
actually.
soon as possible.
Yep, I think there might because I think there was a play where if even with the defense we saw, because the ace of hearts and the nine of hearts have been knocked out, um, what do you call it? If South chose to wisely duck the first ace of spades and win the second spade, then they might have been in trouble because at that point there's no way to go to dummy to um secure the winning secure the winning, what do you call it, the winning pitch.
Mm-hmm.
But either way, wow, that there was a lot. There was a it looked it was deadlocked for the first few hands, or very close to deadlock, and then just a lot of good things happened for WashU. They got lucky with some hands, and they made some definitely some. I wouldn't call it percentage plays, which ended up working in their favor.
So it's certainly
Bit
a
of luck, a
resounding
bit of
win. Yeah.
yep, certainly a resounding win. Well done, WashU. Congratulations.
Yeah, 58 imps picked up in the second half of that match.
Yep,
So,
indeed.
yeah, well done to them, and well done to UCSB for really mostly solid play. Just a few mistakes that ended up costing a bundle of imps, but that's how imps works. If the mistakes on the big hands can be especially costly.
True, true.
All right.
All right.
Anything else before we sign off? Oh, no.
Yeah. When are our next streams?
One other thing. Andy says South can duck the spade ace.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
Yeah.
South has to win the second spade ace, and then
Right.
they'll still be fine. Because at that point, there was no way to get to West's hand.
Right.
To
Yep. So yeah, the spade right away. Sorry. Yeah. So I think we will likely have streams coming up in the middle of next week. So I think it's Tuesday and Wednesday possibly.
I don't remember the exact dates, but that seems accurate. I think 30th and 31st, whichever days those are.
It's the 29th and 30th at 8 p.m. We are hoping to have streams. We'll see what happens then. I will be streaming, possibly with other co-commentators, and Bork Talk will be on the will be on the field of battle.
Indeed, that's me.
So hopefully we'll see you then. Thanks so much for watching. Thanks, Sriram, for joining me.
Yep, thanks for having me.